If you need reminding of just how tough it is to enter Europe as a refugee or migrant, the Oscar-nominated film Lo Capitano will serve as a terrifying reminder. Danger is everywhere, almost from the moment people leave their homes, well before they reach the European Union, if they reach it at all. And it's not much easier if and when they do get there. Irregular migration into the EU has become the political football of the 21st century. It's one of the main drivers of the rise of the right across Europe. And now, the bloc has come up with a pact to unite its 27 members and streamline the processing of migrants and asylum seekers. But will it work? Hello, I'm Darina Abugaida. This is Pinch Point, where geography and politics collide. Look, I'm going to state the obvious here. If there was an easy solution to undocumented migration, someone would have come up with it a long time ago. Wars, famines, oppression, and economic hardship force people to risk their lives. I said danger is everywhere. Take, for example, this boat off the coast of Greece in 2023. The people on board were from Pakistan, Syria, Palestine, Egypt, and Afghanistan. The Greek Coast Guard was there. The EU border agency Frontex was aware. When the ship capsized, it's estimated that more than 500 people were killed while 104 were rescued.
احنا بنحاول ان احنا نطالب بحق الناس اللي مفقودة وبحقنا، بس مفيش حد يشيل مسؤولية حاجة زي دي. وشعوري مش في أحسن حال يعني.
An investigation is underway, but Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch both complain that there's been little progress. The European Union's commitment to saving the lives of refugees and migrants and to welcoming them in a dignified manner is under strain right across the bloc. In June 2024, the EU imposed a €200 million fine against Hungary over its mishandling of asylum seekers. Let's say it how it is. Member states are struggling to adhere to the EU's demands for fair and effective procedures, while at the same time coping with domestic political pressures. Greece, for example, experienced close to 30,000 so-called irregular border crossings in the eastern Mediterranean in the first 7 months of 2024 alone. In the same period, more than 21,000 people left Africa by boat, heading for Spain's Canary Islands. That's a 154% increase year on year. The EU's new pact on migration and asylum will only be fully enforced in 2026. It's designed to improve the data system for fingerprinting, processing, and tracking people. Those from a list of so-called safe countries will, in theory, at least be quickly sent home. At the same time, the criteria for granting asylum will be harmonized across the bloc. People will be relocated to EU countries under less strain from the influx of migrants and asylum seekers. If those countries don't accept them, they'll be asked to offer financial compensation. It may sound pretty straightforward, but it's taken 10 years to get this far. Politicians from both the far left and the far right across Europe opposed it. And human rights groups say laws in place right now to protect refugees and migrants, and the new rules might lead to further hardship for some of the world's most vulnerable people.
What we would like to see are more legal pathways for people in need of international protections. I mean, this could be humanitarian visas, or at least expanding legal migration channels for work, study, and family reunification, as well as resettlement of refugees from other countries. We would also like to see an increased focus on addressing the root causes that are currently forcing people to flee their home.
It doesn't take much imagination to work out where the next group of people desperately in need of help might come from. The war in Sudan has already forced 8 million people from their homes. Human Rights Watch calls the EU's response to the war grossly inadequate. In August 2024, the people on this boat were rescued off the Italian island of Lampedusa. There were Sudanese migrants on board. More will almost certainly follow.